Hi traders, what's happening? I hope you guys had a great week and you're enjoying this weekend, recharging those batteries, enjoying the fruits of your labor, all of that good stuff. Last week was an incredible week in the market. It it put in its best week in the last 8 weeks, and as it stands right now, the S&P 500 has risen 43% from its March lows. I mean, it's practically incredible, and it's practically erased all of the losses for this year. We're only down. The S&P is only red by like 1.1%. So it's really, really incredible. There's some questions now about the job numbers that came out. People think they're fudged. I don't know what to believe anymore. I mean, you really can't believe anything anymore. You just have to wait until the hard facts come out. I mean, that's pretty much the way things are right now. So for me, I don't care about the news. I don't care what they say. All I care about is what's the market doing in relation to the news. And I'm trading the market. I let the market tell me what's right or what's wrong, because that's the only thing I really care about at this point. But regardless of whatever happened, like I said, I don't care. The market was on fire, and it's been real. It was a really, really fun week. I didn't make the money that I wanted to, but day trading. But the airlines, oh my God, American Airlines paid me dearly. Now, a couple of you, if you were in chat, you got a glimpse of the position I had on Thinkorswim on TD Ameritrade. But that, I'm telling you, there was some real good value. Now, Friday was, it was broken. Like I was saying, the market was fractured. Friday, it cracked even more. But it was still really a good opportunity to make money. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. Really quick, I want to share this piece of advice with you because I made this mistake early on. Okay, you want to build your trading around your life, not your life around trading. Whenever you start to try and build your life around trading and make trading, put it up there above the essentials in your life, that's when things get really, really messed up. And things get stressful, things get hectic, things don't seem to fall into place. But when you build your trading around your life, because trading has to be an extension of who you are. You can't change who you are as a person. Now, you have to change the way you think in order to be successful in trading, but you don't want to change who you are as a person. And yeah, who you are as a person may not lend for you to make huge gains at first, because you may be more conservative. I'm a very conservative person. So me, the way I traded, it took a while for me to build it, and that's fine. But the minute I tried to force the issue and be something I'm not, that's when things started to go bad. So make sure, as you are developing and you're growing as a trader, that you build trading around your life. Because once I sat down and said, okay, these are the things that I have to accomplish in my life. These are the things I'm responsible for. I can't take away from these responsibilities. Now what do I have left that I can put trading in? And then those times you give 120%. That's where you're going to build depth in your trading. And as you get better, as you get more consistent, that trading is going to take away some of these things in your life that you had to do in order to make ends meet. It might take away your second job, or it might take away your full-time job. You don't know, but you have to just build your trading career around your life and make it an extension of who you are as a person, because you want to bring your personality, who you are, your core being, into your trading so that it makes sense to you and you're not fighting yourself. Because if you have an internal battle every day trying to do something outside of your comfort zone just because somebody else is doing it, it's going to be hard for you to be successful. So you got to be you, guys. Got to be you. All right, so you can see Friday, really big gap up day. And we were talking Thursday about having this indecision candle and not really knowing if we were going to lose this 5-day and pull back. And we ended up with this huge gap up and ran right up to 320, which is the next level that I was looking at here. It ran right up to 320 and sold off a little bit. And at the time I printed this, we were right at 319.01. So with the question about the jobs numbers being legit, or whether it's fudged or whatever, that can have an effect on where the market goes on Monday. So I'm going to reserve judgment until Monday. I know the market's going to tell me what's right and what's wrong, and I'm just going to go from there. So, Monday could be interesting. We may wake up to a gap over this 320, and guess what? We don't have very far to go. We don't have very far to go. Like I said, we are, as far as the S&P 500 is concerned, we are about 6% away from the record high. So we're not that far away. But I'm not going to make any predictions. I'm just going to sit back and wait and keep my ear open, let the market tell me what's what. All right, so one trade on Friday, well, two trades, but one stock. And Friday just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right to me. I wasn't comfortable with the price action, and so I was just going to wait and kind of let things set up. And as the president was talking, really I was kind of waiting to see if there was any significance that was going to come out, but it really was just more of the same. And so I was just kind of concerned that what was going to happen. I didn't know what was going to happen. And BA set up beautifully. And I told you guys in the room, I was like, there were a couple of stocks that were kind of setting up, and I was like, here's where I would get in. But I don't feel it. And when you don't feel it, even if it's just you, if it's not the market, if it's you, don't trade, because that's when you're going to start making trading errors. And most of our losses comes from our trading errors. So I stayed out of this, and this blew my mind. I figured, we would make a bump. Maybe 208 would be the highest it would go. And so I said when it pulls back to the 9, I would get in. And here I thought we were going to get a pullback. We didn't. Just kind of ripped up some more. And we put in the top here. We pulled back to the 9. And then once we bounced and, we took out the high of the previous candle, I got in. And it wasn't that I was chasing or anything like that. I waited for the pullback. And this was my plan. I waited for the pullback, and when I got it, it didn't go. The pullback failed. And I ended up stopping out, and I'm like, look, we're coming in. This thing is coming in. So I shorted it under the 20 here, and it started to work. we got a nice move, and then it bounced, and I was like, well, maybe we're going to retest. But I really don't believe we're going back. And, this hurt a little bit. I mean, it really hurt a little bit. But I had strong conviction on this. I was really close to having to hit the kill switch, but the price action just told me, we got up here, we slowed down, and I'm like, we've got to be coming back in. And we came back in. Finally, we hit the VWAP in the 50. I think I was telling you guys that, this was a perfect spot because both of these are right on top of each other. And BA is just part of the Dow. The Dow, it still respects VWAP pretty good. Most of the Dow stocks I found they do respect VWAP a lot more than some of the other stocks have been showing. And you could clearly see that on BA, Apple, those stocks, Netflix. But we finally broke down, got to my second target, and my final target was going to be the 100, and we did hit that. We did dip a little bit all the way down to 202, but we bounced. And had we rejected, I would have looked to get back in this, but it didn't. But it played out perfectly. So really good Friday. It could have been an incredible Friday if I had taken this. And even looking back, when I did my reflection, I still wouldn't have taken this trade because I did not have faith in it. I didn't have confidence in it to make this type of move. And, if this happened next Friday, I would still have that same feeling. If I felt that way about the market, still be the same result. So I don't feel bad about not taking this. It sucks to miss it. But what I am proud about is I didn't chase it. I didn't catch this fear of missing out. This trade I took here was based on the plan I laid out way back here, that when it bounces on the 9 and we push off of it, I'm going to take it. And that's what I did. The move just failed. And so, I quickly came up with another plan to take advantage of it rolling back over and the windows that we had. So, that was that. That was that. Really nice day on Friday. Really good way to close out the week. 604.30. And like I said, should have been $1,300, but I'll take it. Not gonna cry with spilt milk. So really, really solid week, with the exception of Monday. I hit my max loss before 9:45. I was done trading before 9:45 on Monday. I came in Monday excited, too amped up, and just pushed the envelope too aggressive and too quick stop outs and was done. Had I just waited those 15 minutes and then started trading, would have been an incredible trading day. But those are the days when you do your reflection, you go back and say, hey, all I got to do is do the right thing. And that's all I've got to do, and I will have some incredible numbers. So really, really solid week. Really solid week, especially for June. June is usually the first week of the summertime trading for me because this is the first week I'm out of school. Things usually started slowing down toward the end of May, the last couple of weeks of May. We're doing just the opposite. So this market being as volatile as it is, really, really exciting. So let's compare it to the first week of June last year. Not a whole lot. 14, 18. This is when things really started slowing down. And I had a red week the last week of June. This was going into my vacation. So 3 red days in a row and then a goose egg day going into my vacation. So So I don't want to copy that this week, but this month. But you can see the difference. You know, almost $1,000 more in profit, and really could have been more than that. And this really could have been a $4,000 week. That's just how good it was last week. So look at our equity curve. It's starting to ramp back up. Really has taken off these last 3 weeks. And I wanted to point this out where you can see in here, these are the weeks, these month or 2 months that I was having trouble, that I was struggling. But I stayed true. I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I didn't make wholesale changes in what I did. Some days I made dumb mistakes. Just maybe pushing the envelope a little bit, but I stayed true. I didn't quit on my strategies when everybody else did. And now, look at where we are. We're taking off. And even through the struggle, because I was able to manage my risk, manage my losses, the equity curve still looked really good. Even though my weekly P&L, it was all over the place. You know, all through here. It was all over the place. But I'm really, really happy with the way I managed it. Hopefully I was a good example to you guys that, hey, when things don't go right, just stick with what you do. Stick with what you know. And, you know, don't give up. Don't give up. Stay focused. Be consistent. And just let the market come to you and give you what it's going to give you. You take it. If you do, your P&L starts looking like this. Your equity curve starts looking like this. All right, guys. So that's going to wrap it up for me this weekend. Now, we started the Roadmap to Success 2020 this week. I'm really focused on helping you guys build your foundation. I've added a lot of stuff to it. I'm incorporating a lot of things. Like I said, I'm not referring you to a video this time. I'm going to actually cover everything in this. So it's going to be a lot more than 25 classes. And we're going to take you through these summer months and through to the end of the year. So, you know, be ready. Be ready for the ride. So you guys take it easy. Have a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy yourself. And I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning.